So now I want us to, we were talking about just before the last session ended, we were talking about solar cable path. It just like I was saying, if we have a rail, it gives a clearance in between the solar panel and the roof. You have a clearance created by the rail. One importance of it is that it creates a cooling, a sort of a cooling medium for the solar panels from the underneath. Then secondly, these cables, the cables that the cables from the solar panels, that's the terminations from the solar panels, can actually be, that space can actually be used as a path for it to be laid so that you have convenient way of convenient path for your solar cables to follow. The advantages is very simple in terms of maintenance. When you come for maintenance, when you have your solar panels lying on the cables, you know you have to start raising the solar panels. But when you have the solar panels, when you have a space for the cable part, if there's any maintenance that you need to do, it's very easy. It's just for you to drag out your cable, do your maintenance, and return them back. So the path needs to be the path. The path helps in so many things. It helps in easy maintenance. It also helps uh, maintenance, and what can I say again? I think maintenance and easy installation and easy maintenance. So that is that for that. Any other addition? Maybe there's somebody that has something better to tell us about the solar path, or there's something you feel we need to know about the solar path that we create from underneath the solar panel. Is there any other addition? Fine. In the absence of any, we'll go to the next thing, which are solar panel isolators. Solar panel isolators. You know, if you look at the name, we call it an isolator. Why? Why do we call it an isolator? As the name implies, isolator is just like something that serves as a demarcation, that can be used as a demarcation to demarcate A and B, A from B. So if there's an issue, you can actually demarcate. This is a point where I can demarcate A from B. You understand? So the solar panels, you know, are actually outdoor devices or outdoor equipment installed on the outside. That will be connecting to an indoor equipment or indoor device. So you need an isolator in between the two of them, so that when you are carrying out, number one, why you need isolator is when you are carrying out any maintenance from on the outside, you could easily break it or demarcate indoor equipment from the outdoor equipment. That is the essence of the isolator. When for maintenance purposes, it's good for you to have an isolator. These isolators are typically breakers. You understand? They are typically breakers where you can just make or break contact between the outdoor equipment and the indoor equipment when you are carrying out maintenance. These isolators also act as protection against lightning. A lot of us, I know if you're somebody that is concerned about safety, you should know that outdoor solar panels installed on the outside, and you also have an indoor equipment. That is your inverters, controllers, hybrid batteries. They are all indoor, and there's a link between the indoor and inside and outside. So you need an isolator that will always demarcate. The demarcation can be intentionally, just like I said. When you want to do a maintenance, you can simply open up or demarcate by opening up the isolators to do your maintenance on the outside or even in the inside. If you're doing a maintenance in the inside and you don't want it to be affect what is outside, you can easily open the isolator. So then secondly, it should not, we talked about intentional. When you are intentional about opening this isolator, when you are carrying out maintenance or any other thing, deliberate, that is coming deliberately from you. But unintentional is when these isolators are installed to act as protectors, you understand, as surge protectors. I want to share a picture of a surge protector so that you can see what I'm talking about. A surge protector is a device that acts as a safety safety measure when there is when there is a, oh, come. I'm sorry. I think I didn't get it. Stop sharing. Stop calling. Can you see the search protector here? Hello.
We are seeing the whole folder.
Oh. Hmm. Need, just hope mistakenly I'm coming. I will have to oh, okay, 1 minute. So now let's see if I can share it again. Okay. You're still seeing the whole folder?
Yes, yes.
Yes, so
Still showing the whole folder, you know. Share screen. Okay, I've seen it. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, you can
Yeah,
see.
We can see it now, sir.
Okay, this is
yes,
this is a typical search protector. You understand? If you look at it, it has a break. It has breaker. Please don't. The idea here is for you to have an idea of what it looks like. You understand? You can see breakers here. You can see breakers, you can see surge protector. This one is a typical you can see DC plus, DC minus. Then let's assume we have a string. We should just have in mind. I just want us to have an idea of what it looks like. You understand? If you look at these items that have like the orange color, that are orange in color, they are actually the surge protectors. Then if you have a string of solar cable coming into your building, you should have this. Maybe you should have one of this, which is one of the yellow, one of the orange surge protectors alongside a breaker. The breaker is used for deliberate breaking. I don't know if you understand. Just like I said earlier, intentional breaking of the circuit, of the solar circuit. If you want to deliberately break it, you can just push down the breaker down. You do your work. When you finish, you push it up. Then this surge protector, that is the orange one here. This one that is the orange one here is actually a non-intentional trigger device. What it does is that if it senses any surge, just as the name implies, you know what a surge in, when we say there's a surge in price, when there's a surge in price, you know, there's a sudden rise. You understand the point? From layman's English, when there's a surge in the demand of this, there's a surge in the demand of this, it means there's a sudden rise in the demand of this. So the same thing is, this is actually the surge protector. When there's a sudden rise in voltage coming in from the solar panel. This could be as a result of anything. It could be as a result of lightning. It could be as a result of thunder, whatever, you understand. Once it senses any surge, an abnormal increase in voltage, it will automatically trigger. You are seeing it green. You could see green, green indicators on the surge. Are you seeing green indicators on the surge? Hello.
Yes, yes, sir.
So when there's
Yes, sir. We can see it.
when there is a lightning and the lightning And when there's a sudden surge in power coming in from the solar panel, this guy will trigger, it will become red. Once it becomes red, once it triggers, once this guy triggers, what it does is that this guy will now become red. And once it triggers, it will send an overload signal on this breaker. You understand? Once it sends an overload signal on this breaker will trip automatically. If you try raising it, it will still trip. You raise it, it will trip. Then you look at this, you see that it will turn red. The indicators now will now be showing red. At this point in time, you now know that your surge protector has been activated, and that is what is causing your breaker not to work. You understand? So if it trips, if you see your breaker trip, you're not the one that trip it, you saw it trip down. You raise it up, it trips down again. Know that the surge protector has already, what do we call it? Has already triggered. And what these surge protectors are one-time devices. Once it triggers, you have to change them. You go buy another one and change them. That is how it works. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That,
The same thing also applies. There are also AC surge protectors that work in the same manner as this. If you are familiar with the AC surge protectors, they work in the same principle. They work in the same principle with this. So once they are triggered, they turn red. They have saved you a lot of wahala because it sensed a surge in voltage coming in from the solar panel, and it triggers. So this is a combination of this whole thing. The breaker, the surge protectors are what are actually called solar isolators. They are very, very important in solar systems, please. They are very, very important in solar systems. In fact, when I was installing solar panels some years back, I didn't know the importance of this. In fact, I need to revisit some of my clients and install these things for them now. So if you have installed before without this thing, please, it's advisable to revisit and advise the client. No client will, you understand, will not accept or will not agree will not agree to you on installing this, because it will protect his own system should in case there's any surge from outside. So I think we should be done for the day. Is there any question, addition, or contribution?
Yes. How do I know the difference between DC breaker and the AC?
Okay, DC breakers and AC breakers, right? Hello?
Breakers? If it is by observation, you see as if they are the same thing.
Yes, but mostly, if you look at DC breakers are fatter than AC breakers. You see that they are fatter. They're actually fatter. Some are actually indicated, you understand? Some are actually indicated, but DC breakers are fatter than AC breaker. You know, the AC alternating current, since it alternates its waveform after every 180 cycle, when if it generates heat in this direction, then the following reverse that reverses it. So you find out that AC breakers actually are not fatter because they actually generate less heat. But in the direct current, you know, the amplitude is constant. So heat generated by DC current, actually it's constant, you understand? So you discover that DC breakers are actually thicker, they are bigger. You could see them bigger than the normal AC breakers, and they are even heavier than their AC counterparts of the same rating, mind you. The same rating, but you find out that DC breakers are actually heavier because the materials they use them, the material used in producing them are actually thicker materials so that they can withstand that constant amplitude heat generation. I don't know if it's clear.
Yes, it's clear, sir. Because the reason why I ask this question is that these breakers, if you mistakenly use AC breaker for DC breaker, you are inviting fire automatically.
God bless you. God bless you, my brother. You have said it all. So, and another thing is, I think next week we'll be looking at what we are supposed to actually look at this week is cable sizing, all those things, you understand, factors. It will still extend our safety measures to cable sizing, why you should use, you understand, why you should use this cable, why you should use that cable, how you should use. Next week, we'll be talking basically on how to get our figures from calculations of load, inverter choosing, all those things. And I believe, please, our electrical engineers should come prepared, please, because we are going to do one or two calculate. No, they are arithmetics actually, and they are arithmetic, but please, we should, if we have forgotten all those things, please, we should dust it up because we are going to be discussing about the next week in inverter choice, all those things, cable sizing, solar panel capacity determination, all those things, battery backup capacity determination. Please, let's gear towards that. We had to quickly come to safety this week because we have it's a big concern. You understand? There's video circulating, fire, fire, fire. You know, Nigerians now, a lot of people have jumped and become solar installers now because they feel there's money there. But they don't know that there are so many things that you need to factor in. In fact, one of the essence of this whole class is me. I would love to have a lot of people have idea about this thing. You understand? Basic ideas so that we have good guys in the field doing this work. So you need to have a good idea of how these things are so that you can properly install it and people will get the best out of it. That is the essence of the meeting. You understand? So I don't know. So please, if there is no question or there is no addition, I think we should call it off for the day.
All right, sir. Hello.
Yeah, I'm with you, Hela.
Can you hear?
Yeah,
it's
thank
Jerry
you.
that is
Thank you
speaking.
for your time.
Okay, thank you all for the time. I hope at least we'll be able to pick one or two things from this class that will be helpful to us.
Absolutely. In fact, I wanted to
Thanks a lot for your
acknowledge
time, sir.
and
We
register
have
our
learned.
appreciation for the opportunity given to us and the wealth of knowledge you judiciously decide to share with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Engineer Jerry. I appreciate. I also appreciate your
You're
presence.
anyway.
I also appreciate your presence. Please, if you
It's well.
still have people that are interested in joining the platform, you can join. We need a lot of people, you understand? Just like I told us last week,
Yes,
I said,
yes.
the more we have people getting knowledge, the more experience, the more professional people we are going to be getting in this field. So if we have
Absolutely.
people, I told you guys that my own thinking is if we reach a time we could actually invite senior professionals in this field, you understand, to come and share their wealth of experience. I have a lot of them, but a lot of them, are big men. But when we are very serious and when our numbers actually grow, you see them themselves find the audience very interested. They will feel honored to come. You understand?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure once again as a person.
Yeah, thank you very much. We sincerely appreciate your effort.
Yes, sir.
Just like you rightly said, experience. This
Hello, Engineer Lawrence. I stopped hearing you.
within a short period of time. My
Sorry,
capacity development.
Engineer Lawrence, can you come back again? We couldn't hear you. We lost you at a point.
Oh, okay. A call has been distracting the conversation. What I mean is that we really appreciate your effort. This is experience over years. You are trying to summarize it, which I believe is going to go a long way people's ability to do the job effectively and also to become good professionals, more especially in this particular field. Both those that are electrical engineers and non-electrical engineers.
Yes.
So you now realize that we are something that you could have gotten it within 4, 5, 6, 7 years. You are getting it within a short period of time. We really appreciate that effort.
Yes, sir.
And like you rightly said, knowledge sharing, also helps both the listener and even person presenting, and it helps us to grow as a team, as a community.
Yes.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, guys. See you guys. I will share the link to the videos because because I will share the link to the videos on the WhatsApp platform. So you can easily go to it's going to be
All
on
right.
Google Drive. You can easily download and go through if there's anything. Even the previous ones that we've been doing is the ones we did, though we started the class last week. So the one we did last week is there on the platform. The one for today, I will also share it on the platform so that you can easily go through. If there's any gray area, you can actually go through the video. You know, me, personally, I learn a lot through videos and listening. I am a very slow learner when it comes to reading. But when it comes to videos and when it comes to talking, I listen. I will say my efficiency is 95 to 100%. So videos will play a long role.
That's excellent.
Video will go a long way in. So that is why I always insist the videos need to be there for us to always get have our hands on.
Absolutely.
Yes. So thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
See you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.